What's up YouTube, this is JP Panther, back on video. In today's video is actually my Wonder Woman box office video. Again, this is, we're going to talk about the box office, stuff like that. And let's just dive deep into the box office news, updates, and stuff like that. Again, I wasn't going to really do it, but since, it's not as much stuff to do, and I know you guys have been wondering, like, why haven't I dropped a lot of content, stuff like that, because it really, well, don't get me wrong, there's stuff political-wise, but I don't feel like getting into all that, but, like, entertainment-wise, there's not as much stuff to talk about, and again, next week, that's when, like, the My Hero Academia, Black Clover chapters come out, stuff like that. I mean, you got Attack on Titan right now, but I'll wait till probably next week to give you guys an episode review of that, so that's a whole big thing, so that's why you guys haven't seen me on the channel pop up videos like that. So let's just get into the Deadline article. Again, I will link the article in the description box down below so you guys can check out the whole entire article, but we're just going to go through it. So this comes from Deadline.com. Wonder Woman 1984 continues to fall with $3 million in the third week. Pandemic and the U.S. Capitol woes. And I'm not going to read this whole entire article, but I'm just going to give you a good amount. This is what they said. It says, even if there wasn't a pandemic, odds are that would be still hard for the weekend at the domestic box office. What with all the distractions that came out the nation's capital this week. So they're telling me, like, I'm reading this article, it just seems like they're trying to blame Wonder Woman's failure on the pandemic and the U.S. Capitol, because you already know what happened, with the whole U.S. Capitol thing and stuff like that. The whole world knows. It's not like I gotta talk about it like every other news network in the world and stuff like that. So the whole U.S. Capitol, they're trying to blame it on that. And then they're saying that the television news seems to be filled with enough tense and cliffhangers with the Capitol insurrections versus the big screen as well. We all cling to TV screens at home to witness President Donald Trump will leave office, especially soon with the chaos. Again, I'm not a political channel, but like to me, it's like you guys are still talking about Trump when he's about to leave office. I mean, he's about to leave office like 2 weeks. I don't know why you guys are still on it like that. You guys just can't admit that at the end of the day, Wonder Woman is just a trash movie. And 1984 is just a trash movie, and people just do not want to show up to the movie theater. I mean, even now, like, it's just facts. Even if there was good movies, I think people would be a little bit more motivated. But again, it's all this other crap as well as, with the pandemic, stuff like that, they're trying to use as an excuse. Wonder Woman, 3 million in 2,218 theaters and a box office run of 32 million, 32.6 million. It's quite clear that this movie isn't going to make money that Tenet did, and 58 million. They're talking about all this other stuff, and they're talking about Regal, Pennsylvania, reopened this past week. I heard, adding further insult to injury, I heard that a dismissal holiday period, some movie theaters have decided to close down and are skipping paying Warner Brothers 1984. That's how bad things are. The studio, which normally doesn't need to fight for its rental data, willing to do so now. And to me, it's just like with that, it's a good question with that because it makes no sense to, even if you're talking about business, it really makes no sense because people are not showing up to movie theaters. It's messed up, and Hollywood keeps delaying the movies. I know the government's going to give out some bailout with like the smaller theater chains, whatever. Also, people are not showing up. Also, they just keep delaying stuff, and then you ask Warner Bros. Asking more money and stuff like that. It's like I can see why the movie theater's like, you know what, screw you, Warner Bros. We're not giving you guys are already screwing us over already. Either way, we're screwed. So we're not even going to give you about dollars, so we'll just close down or whatever it is, or we just won't give you the money like that. So I am happy that movie theaters actually, putting their foot on the ground against Hollywood, because Hollywood are being a bunch of assholes at this point. Congress and all this other stuff where, just to me, it's just like you might as well just reopen the country, and if you go out with your own risk rather than just shut everything down and cause all this chaos. So that's a whole big thing with that. Then it talks about how they have to fight for the rental dollars. Then they talk about Patty Jenkins' sequel, which means it's on HBO Max in like 17 days. They have like, because it'll be, I guess you have like you have like 2 more weeks until Warner Bros. 1984, Wonder Woman 1984 is on theaters and stuff like that. But even then, if you think about it from a realistic point of view, everybody's already seen it. Most people have seen it. They want to see it, they'll see it. And also another big thing as well is like, what's the point of you putting it in the theaters if it's pirated all over the internet? I mean, if people really wanted to see it, they would have seen it like last week or 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? If they really are that desperate to see it. And if it's all over the internet and it's 1080p and all this other stuff, why would they go to the movie theaters and pay to see a 2.5 hour movie when they could just watch in the comfort at home? You know what I mean? And the movie's not that good. You know what I mean? If the movie was good, I think people would have no problem probably paying for the money and stuff like that. And also another big thing with Wonder Woman is that the box office stuff like that is just not looking good. Only ones that are doing well is, you know, with Demon Slayer. I already told you already. I guess Demon Slayer made like 773 million. Listen, it already beat Tenet. That's embarrassing. I mean, I already did a whole video talking about that, but at least I'll give Japan credit where they're not going to allow their comics industry and their movie industry die because of a stupid flu. You know what I mean? So I do give Japan a lot more credit than America. We're just allowing everything to die and just, you know, crash and burn and stuff like that. And we're being a lot more antisocial and introvert as well. So another big thing as well, they talk about how 1984 success on HBO Max, we would have already heard about it. Social Media Antics says, and regardless of the sequel to the social media chatter, HBO Max issues are with Twitter and tampering and COVID measures are sparkling YouTube, Twitter, and all that stuff on Facebook. And they're saying that the movie did well on HBO Max. I don't believe it. I just don't. Like, if they're not telling, and that's the main issue, because we won't know about the HBO Max numbers unless their quarter earnings. I think their quarter earnings is like around March. So they could just go up there and lie and say, oh, we made this amount of money and did this and that. This, like, that's the problem. Like, they could just lie about it. So you will never truly know. And they can always spin and be like, oh, we did this and did this. But the problem is you deal with these shareholders meetings, these Wall Street people, these investors, these millionaires and billionaires. They want to know about the money because there's no way you can keep padding the numbers and you're going to have to show the receipts financially. It just doesn't matter. When they want that money and you got to pay that $160 billion debt, you can't just make crap up. You know what I mean? So that's a whole big thing as well. And with HBO Max, you never know if people are still watching it and, you know, stuff like that. They just subscribe just for Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? It's all this other stuff as well, and, you know, reactivation accounts and stuff like that. So it's a whole big thing that you would have to explain. But again, it's under by a paywall. So HBO Max, we would never truly know, but I'm just using my common sense and my good judgment. I'm saying the movie didn't do well on HBO Max. Because if it did, we would hear Warner Brothers talk a lot more BS, a lot more now. You feel me? That's what I'm noticing. And they probably made some profit. People did try to flip it, but I don't think they made the money that they wanted to make. I just don't think so. Because if they did, they would have came out and said, we have a whole bunch of new subscribers and stuff like that, and we're just killing it in the subscriber game. Where Netflix is doing a lot smart. They got Demons, they're about to do Demon Slayer, they got Colonel Basket, they got these animes and stuff like that, where they know that that's where the money's at and where the bread's at, and they're going to boost up the subscriptions and the subscribers a lot better than Disney and Hulu and all these other, and, you know, HBO Max and stuff like that. So Netflix is still looking like 5 or 10 years into the future, while all these corporations are kind of being stupid with the streaming service. So again, with Wonder Woman, it's a flop. We all know what it is. I will keep doing these box office updates for a good amount of time, because again, it's not going to be another big budget movie for a while. I mean, I know there's going to be like Tom and Jerry and stuff like that, but I don't really care about a movie like that. So with Wonder Woman, that's pretty much it, guys. Tell me what you guys think about the box office. Are you guys surprised? Are you guys not surprised? Are you surprised that Demon Slayer is still destroying it? And also, speaking of that, so on this topic, Demon Slayer did get beaten, like, for this week. Because if you don't know, Demon Slayer's been #1 for like 12 weeks. I mean, that's freaking amazing, right? And anime Gintama, it beat it. And because it beat its 12-week streak for being #1 at the box office during the weekend. Gintama beat it. And Gintama's a cool anime, manga, stuff like that. I'm not even getting into all that. But, like, Gintama beat it, and now it's #2 for the weekend, stuff like that. But it is what it is. Demon Slayer made his money. Supposedly, Demon Slayer is supposed to come in America and, like, China and stuff like that. I don't know how they're going to do it. But, hey, I guess they're going to try. But we'll see what happens. So, again, that's pretty much it, guys. Tell me what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys think about Wonder Woman's box office. Tell me what you think about HBO Max. Tell me what you guys think about Demon Slayer's box office. Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.